episode of Everybody Hates Black Men. I see Art isn't live, so I'm just out here. Chop it up about a couple of stuff. Apparently, Antonio Brown did another thing that got him in. Congratulations, you played yourself, shooting guns in the air. You got this Cassie, all these revelations with this Cassie Diddy situation. Obviously the DDG Haley files continue. There's a lot of stuff going on. I gotta drive 24 miles up this road, so y'all press 1 if y'all can hear me. If you can hear me, and we gonna chop it up. We always got people wanting to say some dumbass shit. Shout out to Ruminant Melanoid. I'm sure somebody will come in here in a second. Y'all got any questions, make sure you ask them. What's up, Mr. Snazzy? Appreciate Donovan for the $5 cash app. Always appreciate it. Alright, appreciate y'all doing that. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Shout out to Fantastic as well. I saw he was live. So my thoughts on some of the Cassie and Diddy stuff. Two things can be true at the same time. A lot of times people will try to manipulate a conversation. Like, one of the things when you have a conversation with somebody, there is actually things on an agenda that when you're talking to somebody, you need to kind of get out the way to see if somebody's wasting your time. Because a lot of times people are interested in, especially with these online conversations, whether it's text or whatever, you really gotta, because this stuff can occupy a lot of your time and stuff like that, especially if you just casually on social media talking. And at the end of the day, a lot of people just want to validate their own bullshit, and they're just wasting time. They're wasting your time. They're not committed to it. They don't care. They're trying to argue. They're basically shadow boxing. And we got better things to do than be shadow boxing for random motherfuckers, men or women, that want to validate their own arguments when they don't know shit. We got way more to do than that. We got way better things to do than that. So a lot of times, when I ask people questions, I'm trying to see, does this person know what they're talking about? Are they trying to waste my time? And are they pushing a certain narrative that they're married to? Right? And I'm usually not doing this via text because via, on Instagram, because I'm not really, because, that's one of the good things about me making content. I can always make content about shit. I don't need nobody to believe what I'm talking about. And so with Cassie and DDG, with Cassie and not DDG, but Cassie and Diddy, people, I've been hearing people really have conversations about, Cassie and was she involved. Two things can be true at the same time. Cassie is not as much of a victim as she tries to present herself to be. And Diddy has fucked over a lot of people. Diddy has exercised his power with a lot of folks. Now, do I agree that he was running a quote-unquote sex trafficking criminal organization? No, I do not believe that. I personally do not believe he was doing all of that. I think that they are overusing these RICO laws, and they are really setting a precedent. It's very arbitrary who they're going to use these RICO laws on. Notice how we know they have Epstein's list, and I don't see them going after people on that list. They're not going to. So it's very clear that, folks want to look like they're doing some shit without really doing some shit. Yeah, what's up, Jim Rand? So some of the revelations with Cassie, I'm gonna say this: I don't believe Cassie told dude everything before he got with her. I know the dude was already like a helper of Diddy. The fact that you got somebody that was even still that kind of low-key close to Diddy kind of says a lot as well. There's something to be said about Stockholm Syndrome. But the things that I'm seeing online is basically a whole bunch of bitches that basically at the end of the day they want to win. And it's once again, this bitch that any other day would be a light-skinned bitch to these black women This is why I tell you, fuck colorism. This is why I always say that. Because notice how black women have a really bad, and to be fair, there are a lot of black women calling some of the stuff out with Cassie and other stuff. But this is why a lot of black women, colorism is this catch-all, be-all for shit they don't like. And it's really an ugly girl argument. Any other day, Cassie would be a light-skinned bitch. But it's always, they always like to draft light-skinned women to represent black women when there is no dark-skinned or brown-skinned woman that can do it. They always do that. And so it's kind of like, y'all got Cassie Ventura, which is not a black name. Y'all got way too much investment in this. She got paid. And I don't give a fuck about when nobody say. If she really wanted to leave Diddy, she could have left Diddy. Because somebody said and he was absolutely right, she did. How can you say you can't leave but you left? That don't make sense. And so this is not to say that she didn't have no grievances with Diddy that I think were legitimate, which is why she got paid. But the thing is, if you making it like it's just a slam dunk, Cassie was a participant in that shit. And I'm sorry, man. I'm really fucking tired of women talking about the data. This is 2025. Like, she was with him post 2000. I don't want to hear these bitches talk about the lack of free will. Now you're hearing hoes talk about how addicting a toxic relationship is. That is a fucking personal problem. Shout out to the dumper. He covered this. Like I wish a bitch would tell me a toxic relationship is addicting. Well, bitch, like, what the fuck did I say? You like that? Did I not say you like that shit? And you're not a victim. You're not a victim. Like, this is what I'm talking about how women, like, I'm sorry. I'm saying it right now. If you say that you were hard, you have consensual sex with the dude after, you don't get to tell me you got hard. I don't want to hear that shit. That's called a creep. Like creeping in Chicago speak. You don't get to tell me you got hard. I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, he hard, but you fucked him after consensually. To the point where when your boyfriend that you ended up marrying called you, you hung up the phone. You're jealous. You didn't want him doing freak offs with other people. Like, and so, like, with Cassie, it's like the bitch got 30, like, and what make it so bad is this is after she already got paid off. Like, real fucking talk, in a perfect world, she wouldn't even able to be accessible to the courts. If that would have been a white person, they would have said, "No, you got paid off. That NDA, no, you done. You're gonna have to make the case with other people." Yeah, what's up, Forever Blessed? What's up, Ray? And so it's kind of, and I said I've been consistent. I said, look, does she deserve a payout? I wouldn't be mad if she got one. But see, this is what I was talking about. These women want to relitigate consent after the fact. They want to retroactively revert. They want to post reverse consent. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. A lot of dudes, because that's ultimately, a lot of dudes are going to have to start drawing on this shit. And I'm going to tell you, black men, hey, if y'all don't say nothing, I feel bad for you niggas that are celebrities. I feel bad for you niggas celebrities, you niggas that social media it up, and y'all money come from social media, because y'all gonna get lynched. Y'all gonna get virtually lynched. It's gonna get to the point where y'all are just gonna be targeted. Y'all ain't gonna be able to do shit, because every time somebody get mad, they just gotta go to a lawyer and fuck you up. Even being on social media don't protect you. So you niggas not saying nothing, you niggas like thinking y'all individuals, well, y'all gonna die like that too. Y'all gonna go out like that too, as individuals. What's up, Great Dane? Yeah, so I mean, she out here, you know, and she's telling, you know, she telling it like it is, but it's kind of like, you know, oh, well, I would die, I can't live without you, da 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 da, and we're you know, you done with them, and it's not even her. It's like these women talking about, oh, and it's addicting. It's so good. It's so good to toxic relationships. That's why you niggas gotta stop feeling sorry for these bitches. They are not. This is not cocaine. This is not crack. That is a lack of maturity. And here's my thing. There is something to be said about her getting with Diddy at 19, 21, 22, whatever how old she was. Because I don't think she got with Diddy at 19. I think she met Diddy at 19, which is not the same thing. But you got grown-ass women north of 30 talking about relationships are addicting with toxic relationships. Then hold that. This is the same thing Kevin Samuels used to say when Kevin used to say, why did you stay with that dude? Was he abusive before you had a kid? Yeah, so why did you have 2 more with him? You don't get sympathy. You like that shit. That, like, real talk. You like that shit. So I'm not about to waste. I mean, at the end of the day, niggas want to do that. That's on them. But ultimately, and they got to deal with what comes with that. But ultimately, you got niggas, I want you to really think about it. You got niggas in jail today for basically throwing their life away, killing a nigga over a relationship that a bitch was gonna get back with that nigga anyway. You niggas are dying off of regulating relationships that these women like. These women tell you all the time, if he ain't toxic, I don't want it. They say it in any other way. They sing about it. They dance about it. They love it. I've told you, if a bitch is constantly with toxic niggas, she loves it. Let her be great. And that includes in your family. If you deal with a chick that she's known for dealing with toxic situations, man, that's between her and the cops. Because, quite frankly, real leadership is you should tell her what niggas not to deal with, and she's breaching your leadership by her dealing with them niggas. I think it's partly humiliation ritual. It is a humiliation ritual, but I don't give a fuck about that with Diddy. So I see Willie D Live just posted a video of his interview with Vlad. I mean, okay, Ray. Yeah, I know Damson Idris talking about black men that hate black women grow up. Nigga, shut your bitch ass up. You basically dealt with Michael B. Jordan sloppy seconds. Like, straight like that, nigga. Like, you need black women. Of course you gonna say that. Because you need them. You need them to be relevant. Black women hate black men a hell of a lot more than black men hate black women. But you niggas never have the courage to say that. You don't never see no Hollywood celebrities say that in the inverse, even though they see it. Shut your bitch ass up. Alright, so I know where I'm at. Alright, I know where I'm at. Yeah, so I mean, for real. Fuck Snowfall. Only thing that nigga did good. I ain't even seen Snowfall. I ain't seen a single episode of Snowfall. Dude, you know, like, I can't stand when them niggas do that. Grow up. Nigga, shut your stupid ass up. But yeah, ultimately, Cassie is not the victim she tries to act like she is. Cassie wanted to be in a lifestyle, and she was willing to pay the price to be in that lifestyle. That's what it was. Cassie could have tried to reactivate her career. She could have did a lot of shit. She didn't want to leave that lifestyle. That's not a victim. Now, this is beyond just Cassie, but that's not a victim. And women want to basically set they look at these things from a setting precedent standpoint. And what they want to do, a lot of this has to do with them wanting to regulate niggas that they want to be around. They want to regulate these niggas after the fact. And all y'all doing is giving people an excuse not to lock y'all out of the system. Because y'all not going to keep being able to run these plays. These plays are not going to work over and over and over again. And in fact, y'all stupid, because what a lot of motherfuckers are just going to do, they're just going to passport it up and lock a lot of y'all out the system. And then y'all going to be bitching and crying. Why don't they deal with black women? Why don't they deal with this? Why don't they deal with that? This is why you don't marry Feldies. And that dude looks straight up like a cuck. But at the end of the day, he should have knew better. You knew what she was doing. You knew what she was involved in. But you want to save her. You want to save her. Diddy wrung that bitch out physically, mentally, sexually. And you are dealing with a fucking salvage fucking title. And then what make it so bad is she still wasn't done fucking Diddy. Fuck Stockholm Syndrome. I don't care. That doesn't mean that you supposed to be the nigga that, or the white boy that falls on that sword. I don't care. That is a fucking salvage title. She is like, for real. Even though it's a decent looking car, it's still a salvage title with flood damage, fire damage, all of that. Diddy, and quite frankly, you're not gonna tell me you was Diddy's sex slave. You could have went to the cops at any time. Anytime you could have went to the cops. Anytime you could have put Diddy on blast. You chose to stay in that situation because you didn't want to leave the lifestyle. You knew that nobody was gonna really fuck with you for real, if anything, because they were afraid of Diddy. And I do believe it was some sisters who were saying this, and I heard some brothers, but I first heard it from a sister. They black woman. They said that, notice how this shit started when Diddy started giving Young Miami all this shit. Notice how that's all this time, that's when she wanted to pull a lawsuit. I absolutely believe that she pulled that lawsuit because she was mad that Diddy was setting Young Miami up. I absolutely, I didn't think about that, but I absolutely believe that shit. Because Diddy basically said fuck it and got somebody else. Diddy can pay cops off. She could have went to the FBI. Cassie was high profile enough. She could have went to the FBI, the SBI. She didn't have to just go to cops. Diddy is big. Like, Diddy was a target. Like, people forget. Diddy was a target before Cassie ever got with Diddy. Diddy was a target because of the East Coast, West Coast shit. Like, and you mean Diddy stopped paying? So what do we, like, I get that with Shine, but so Diddy just stopped paying the cops and Cassie just magically found that out? You really believe Diddy ain't paying nobody now when he got more money? So again, like, understand, this case is not just about Cassie though. And it's not about, like, people always try to make it like, oh, you trying to protect Diddy. I don't give a fuck about Diddy. You know, I was on Team West Coast when it comes to, you know, East Coast, West Coast anyway. My thing is that women will use this as a precedent and will try to act like all dudes to relitigate relationships after the fact. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. And a lot of dudes, even that dude that I don't agree with on TikTok with the beard was saying that. And you know, he don't always take the man's side. He said he don't give a fuck about Diddy. But even he was saying, y'all not about to sit here and try to act like, and see, this is why it's like, shit like that is why people say women aren't intelligent. Because men are not allowed to make like half-baked arguments like that. Men are not allowed to do that. So when women sit there and try to say, oh, well, you protected Diddy, it's like, okay, so you must not be smart. You must actually have a low IQ. Because there's no way you don't understand what the fuck people are talking about. But that's because they that's how they try to manipulate conversations. No, ain't no hurricane. I'm just saying the thing about it is like, again, like these chicks are not victims. Like women that get on OnlyFans or do porn, they're not victims of manipulation. They know right from wrong. They choose to do it the easy way. I'm not saying that people can get away with what they're doing, but the society has to stop letting these women present themselves like they're victims. Cassie Ventura is not a victim. Cassie Ventura paid a price for a lifestyle that she could not leave. That is her fault. Fuck what you talking about. Cassie got her money. Fuck what you talking about. And so women coming in here, shame, bitch, like any bitch coming in here trying to shame, talking about, oh, well, you just like predator, bitch, fuck you. Tell that to your bitch ass friend that still listens to R. Kelly. Bitch, fuck you. And dudes gotta start really telling her, get the fuck out of here. But dudes be like, y'all are literally letting females tell you what what is right and what is wrong. That is bullshit. Women get and they're gonna dictate that shit almost exclusively on how they feel about a situation. Fuck that shit. And I mean, yo, real talk, maybe I told you, black men are gonna keep going through the fucking blender until black men figure it the fuck out. They'll eventually figure it out. You can't afford to be running these plays. Black men will keep, because here's the thing, with black men going through the blender, all that's gonna do is speed up the process. Your sacrifice will be remembered. It's gonna be like some Andor shit. All them rebels, you know, spoiler alert, that went through the blender to get them the way they were, to even to the point where they can even get the plans of the Death Star. And Andor was good at the end, but Andor was good. The problem with Andor though, them first 4 episodes was rough, man. Them first 4 episodes was rough. It could have been a lot better. You know, Tony Gilroy talking about there could not be Andor without Kathleen Kennedy. Man, get the fuck out of here, Tony. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. People forget. Shut up. You right, Joey. And every last one of them motherfuckers are bitches. Meek Mill, all of them. All of them that want to protect Diddy are bitch ass niggas. Which is why every last one of them was bitches. Every last one. Every last one. Diddy should have been took it down. Diddy should have got took down with the way he did Shine. Diddy is, and what's happened is Diddy, like, I'm gonna keep it real, Diddy probably think he guilty. Diddy know, and it's like Diddy wanna be older and be like, nah, fuck that dude. Fuck that dude. Diddy literally is a demon. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. You want to know? I'm gonna keep it all the way real. You really want to know, like, how far I am with Diddy? You need to serve his kids up. Like, real fucking talk. Diddy lucky, honestly, I would have said, I'll tell you right now, motherfucker, you gonna take this deal. Otherwise, I'm gonna find a way to bring your kids into this shit. All of them. This even close to, because there's no way they didn't know nothing. There's no way they didn't know nothing. all this time. And if I can't get them now and get them then, I'll get them later. That's like real talk. You like some of these people are fucking up so bad. They're like literally, you gotta start being like, yeah, cause these motherfuckers, like seriously. That's harsh. That's harsh. That's harsh, is it? Diddy's son was fucking Lori Harvey, and she was fucking Diddy too. Don't act like them motherfuckers are just completely excluded from what the fuck was going on. Bullshit. Yeah, you can feel bad for Cassie's kid. That's on Cassie. And look, they'll present Cassie like at the end of the day, Cassie got $38 million. She's all right. They'll be all right. They'll be all right. She got her money. They'll be all right. Damn, that motherfucker flying. That shit threw me off. I mean, the fact that even like Steve Harvey even let Lori Harvey date Diddy's son, like I'd be away from all of that shit. Yeah, what's up, Encrypted Wolf? As far as the DDG situation, I'm gonna say that and wrap it up. As far as the DDG situation, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Something is telling me she making some of that shit up. I'm just gonna say it. Something is telling me she making some of that shit up. All this shit is way too convenient. And like I said before, if he did that shit, that's one thing. If he didn't, he gonna have to sue her, man. He gonna have to really, like, otherwise, what DDG is gonna have to choose disconnecting from Halo, or you gonna have to mess with her career. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm petty enough that I'm like, no, I'm not letting this bitch win. I'm like Trey Rags, you was gonna win. I'm not letting this bitch win. I'm not letting this bitch run that play on me. I'm sorry. In DDG situation, I'm like Trey Rags. No, you was gonna win. No, you was gonna win. You not winning. You not winning. You want to be a victim? I'm about to make you a victim. I'm gonna make you wish you was a victim for real. DDG need to go through his villain arc. He's at a wilderness experience. That's ego. And he also thought, man, she ain't that type of girl, man. She ain't gonna do me like that.